The Local Show, sponsored by Victory in Motion, home of knee repair, not knee replacement, on News Radio 570 WSYR, on 106.9 FM, and live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. The Local Show features in-depth conversation with business owners, employees, and influential business leaders throughout Central New York, exploring their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in our growing community. The Local Show is produced locally by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
We're back on The Local Show with Tom and Steve, and mostly Tom. I tricked you.
Very good.
I tricked you.
It is true.
That's funny.
It is true.
Oh, man, we're having a good time.
Tom and the other guy. You know?
We got some new equipment in here. Steve sprung for some good stuff. So if it
tired of hearing you whine about the other board, how the one channel was shot.
Man.
Yeah, so
no, this is all good technology, and even the guests like it. New headphones. Got you some new headphones.
It's true. Extra large. Thank you.
I like. You know why I like talking about all this stuff? Because all through my whole career, the cardinal rule in radio was you don't talk about the equipment. You can't talk about the equipment. You can't.
Let's talk about it then.
Yeah, right. It makes me feel good to just do the
you guys
opposite.
Always had to bring your own headsets because the ones at the station were garbage, right?
That was the whole thing. And then you get into the headphone. I used to call them the headset wars. You know, you were judged by what kind of headphones you brought in.
So you're making like minimum wage,
right.
And then you had to buy a $200 pair of headset, which would be $800 today.
You might have a voice that sounded like Mickey Mouse, but as long as you had good headphones.
I got my good headphones.
Be good. Well, you know, your self-worth shouldn't be...
is not by the headset.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And here's a guy who understands that. It's John Tumino, Executive Director of In My Father's Kitchen. It's great to have you back, John.
Oh, thanks, guys. And Steve's never sounded so good.
It's true.
It's like sweet music.
It's my processed voice, not my normal lousy voice.
I had to send to a PhD in audio engineering just to get his voice to sound good. They sent me all these parameters to use.
You know, you dragged me into this, Tom. Remember that?
That's funny.
I was like, Tom, do a radio show. He's like, not without you.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
I wanted him to take up his weekends with me.
Yes, it's true.
So what dragged you into the business that you're in, John?
Oh, wow. Geez, I know I've told this many times, but we might have someone new listening. So, yeah, I just had an encounter with a gentleman in an off-ramp not too far from the studio over on Bear Street that kind of changed my life's trajectory. Yeah. Someone holding a cardboard sign. I fed him. He told me his story, and my life changed after hearing that story.
Right. And you're a pastor as well.
So I'm an ordained minister, as well as a chef. So
yeah, right.
I cook natural food, and I serve up spiritual stuff too.
And you're serving. I don't think people really understand that with all these people that you see on the corner who are what we call panhandling, you are bringing food to and engaging them.
Correct, and not just on the corners, but even in their campsites, abandoned buildings. It starts with the corner because that's where you see people, and then you find out where they live. But yeah, I'm bringing up ratcheted up meals to folks on the street. So like linguine Alfredo, lasagna, steak sandwiches, chicken wraps, stuff like that.
So some people might ask, why the heck are you doing that? What's
why
the purpose?
That kind of food? Well, the food is just a tool to build conversation. Like someone might talk to you more if you're giving them a steak sandwich over a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, right?
Well,
there's nothing bad with a peanut butter jelly sandwich, but when I say to someone, "Hey, I have a steak sandwich. Would you like it?" They're like, "Oh, absolutely." And then I start asking questions, and the door opens.
So you didn't bring us a steak sandwich, and we're asking questions. Tom, did you?
I'd certainly talk to you for a steak sandwich. Yeah. But so you're doing that, and these people that are on the streets or in these encampments, why are they there?
Yeah, so our group is big time untreated mental health, substance abuse is a big thing as well, and then burned a lot of bridges, a lot of childhood trauma, things that have happened to people in their past. And now they're outside wandering, and my group won't go to the shelter because of the rules and stuff like that are there. They might not want to run into someone that they might be having a problem with on the street. So there's other reasons why people won't go to the shelter, but my group will live outside. And that's basically what's happening, mental health and addiction.
It's really tough to understand what these people are going through. And that's what makes what John does all that much more of a truly a miracle and a blessing in our community. I know that when the weather turns, there's more people outside, right?
Yeah, right now the numbers are already starting to go up.
And I think as a general resident of this area, you don't know what to do sometimes. You got your windows down,
Right.
you're trying to be happy with the day, and then you look over to your left-hand side and there's somebody who's...
Yeah, and I always say you could be cordial. You know, there's no... You can wave. They're waving at you. You can wave back. I think just don't let an awkward situation make you like unsociable, right?
Yeah.
So you can wave, and then if they do try to talk to you and ask you for something, say, I don't have anything. But if you feel like you want to do something, you can be proactive and have a Ziploc bag with some things in it that you can hand out the window to someone.
Yeah.
What should be in the bag?
Oh, like right now, it's a bottle of water, a pair of white socks, wet wipes, candy's a big deal, something soft, nothing crunchy, maybe like a nice protein bar that might be on the softer side, like a fruit bar, things like that. And in the winter, you would change it towards winter items, but not right now. It's just think of the summertime, and water's a big deal.
Yeah.
So I was going to say, so every day that you get up in the morning and you're thinking, what are we going to do on the street today? And what are your people going to do? What is it? What's the goal in if we look at a short-term day for you?
Yeah, so the goal is we talk with our team, we kind of assessed what's happening for the days or anybody we need to see. And we help them navigate to housing with the providers that do the housing. So we do all the paperwork to get you ready to get matched with an agency. So my goal is the meal turns into a relationship where we have a meeting where we sit with you and do all the paperwork to get you ready to get matched with an agency. If you want to get treatment for your substance abuse, we'll help you get connected to a provider. If you have mental health and you want to get back on your medication, we'll help you do that. So really the goal with the food is to do these other things.
I see.
So sometimes I see it comes across as awkward, but I guess maybe it's not. I see folks on the street and they got a dog with them.
Yeah, so the last time I was on the air, we have a couple with 2 dogs, actually. And the last time we were on the air with you guys, a local veterinarian heard the program, reached out to me afterwards, and gave up his services and wants to start doing house calls to the hounds.
Incredible.
So so he
wonderful.
came. We set up a time, and we came out, and he assessed the 2 animals that this couple has. The animals were in great shape. They need their vaccines, so now we're going to be doing their rabies and distemper shots. So like that's all going on the streets now because of this program. Someone heard something and got involved.
That's good.
wonderful.
Somebody's listening, John.
You also take care of women as well. Has that part of your program expanded, or is it the same as when it started? Or
no,
what's
it's expanded into doing it remote. So like this month, in the month of June, we've been doing it at our facility where the women come to us. In July, Leanne is now taking it remotely. We're going to be in the Salvation Army Women's Shelter for 5 weeks. So now we're able to encapsulate all the women in the shelter who want to participate in this Restore Outreach for Women program.
Yeah, that's because, it's a real thing, the whole trafficking.
Oh my gosh, and just trauma, domestic violence with women. Women are highly vulnerable on the streets. There's not a lot of women out there, but the ones that are out there, they're susceptible to a lot of things happening to them.
Yeah. So talk about the sauce, man.
The sauce that saves. So yeah, my grandma's Sicilian recipe sold at Wegmans. Also, we carry it on our storefront, and you can order it online, and I'll deliver it to your front door. All the proceeds from that sauce help us do the work that we do in our community, and it's eating with a purpose.
Yeah.
And it's great stuff.
What's the secret recipe?
My fingers. When I owned the restaurant, I used to people would want to know my sauce recipe, and I would tell them, and they would come back and they would say, it didn't taste the same. I said, because my hand wasn't in it.
That's right.
And our friend Lou Dement's putting that together for you.
Yes, Giovanni Foods now co-packs it for us. Yes.
That's great.
Exactly.
And you also sell coffee. You got
coffee,
fresh ground
we got
coffee.
syrup, everything. You name it.
Very good.
Go to our website and check it out.
website.
inmyfatherskitchen.org.
Well, there you go. InMyFathersKitchen.org. Get a chance to connect, support. I know you really aren't looking for volunteers, but donations are great.
Correct. Items, gently used items, we'll take that.
And I know here in the last week you lost one of your friends. I know that.
103 people
have actually passed. So here's a ministry that really does save and saves lives. John, we appreciate you being here.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.